You've got your longbow stave all cut out, laminated and cut to the correct tapers. The next stage is the roughing out stage. And what is roughing out? Well, it's simply removing the wood till the bow takes the correct shape that we want it to be. And in this case, it needs to be a D section. A D section is, well, if you cut the bow in half and have a look at it, you'd see that it forms a capital letter D. So the back of the bow is nice and flat, and the belly of the bow, the bit that faces you when you're shooting it, is all rounded off. So let's have a look at that process now. One of the first things you'll want to do is to make your life easier. I'm all for making my life easier, and putting a few marks on the belly of the bow to mark out a centre line really will help. All you do is get a ruler, measure the centre, mark it down with a little mark, and then run the pencil down those marks, and it gives you a nice centre line. It just divides that top section, the belly section, up for you, which will make the roughing out a lot easier. I've got the stave securely clamped onto the workbench so that it doesn't move, and I've started work on the corner of that bow using the spokeshave. So I'm just removing that corner with nice even strokes, being careful to not go past that centre line. I've finished using the spokeshave, and I've taken off enough wood down that corner there, and I've gone to the mark. Now I'm going to get rid of some of those long flat marks that the spokeshave leaves by using a rasp. So that's the longest process done, that's the meat of the work, that's the belly nice and rounded off, which forms that curved part of the D section that we were talking about. Now to work on the back of the bow, the bit that forms the straight part of our capital D. We're just going to take the edges off the bamboo here, or whatever backing you happen to have. This one, as I say, is bamboo, and we're going to use the rasp. As the more observant of you will notice, I've now moved from the rasp over to the file, so I'm filing out those harsher marks that the rasp makes. When removing the corner of the backing, you really are just taking a very small amount off. We really are just rounding those corners off. And then moving on to a metal cabinet scraper. The scraper allows us to remove even more of those tool marks on the back, as making the back smooth and free from all marks is really imperative when making a bow. As we've removed the corners of the bamboo, it's revealed that the bamboo has this kind of pithy layer on the back. So because that's been left down the centre of the back there, where I haven't actually removed anything, I'm going to use the scraper and get rid of that remainder, so we get an even coating on the back of the bamboo. So there you are, folks, that's roughing out. It's an important stage of the bow making process, and don't go too fast like I'm doing here, otherwise you'll end up ruining the stave. If you want to work on a bow that's a natural stave, i.e. a self bow, then there's a video on that as well. And if you'd like to like and subscribe and all that other jazz, then please do. Thanks so much for watching.